Oh, hello? 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 I can't see anything. Can you see me? Can you see me? Oh, that's better. This thing is not... Oh! What's up guys, Dan here, Coalcracker Bushcraft. So headlamps going dead is not a good thing when you are out and about, especially when it gets dark in the woods. And with the upcoming season change, that also means the clocks change and then it's going to be dark super early, so you're going to be spending a lot more time in the woods with one of these on your head. So it's always important to have a headlamp and spare batteries for one of these. But listen, we're bushcrafters, so we need to know alternatives. What happens if we lose the headlamp or just it doesn't work? Today I'm going to teach you how to make a torch, bushcraft style. Alright, so for today's project, one thing that you're going to need for sure is to be in an area that there's pine trees, because the pine trees are going to give you what you need for this project. So first and foremost, you're going to want to find yourself a pine cone. I just got a little pine cone here for a little torch. Big pine cone, big torch. The second thing that you're going to need is some pine sap. Alright, so here is some pine sap. Now the easiest way to find pine sap is to look where a tree was wounded. Generally you're going to see that oozing out. Sometimes you'll find a lot, sometimes you're only going to find a little bit. If you're finding a little bit, it's going to take a bit to gather all this. But big clumps like this, take your knife, scrape it out, put it in a container, and take it back to camp. After collecting your sap and your pine cone, you're going to need a stick. This is going to be the handle for your torch. This can be any size you want. If you want to make a big staff to walk around, or you want to just make something handheld, that will be fine. Diameter, again, anywhere 1 inch to 2 inches is going to work really well. All right, so I got down here in the dirt with it. Small little stick fire, my little cup with my resin. One of the biggest things when you get this burning is that you really want to keep an eye on it, because that resin is extremely flammable. So if it gets too warm, it's going to catch on fire. Now that's not a huge deal. You can generally just put something over the top and snuff it out, but you don't want that collection of resin, if you don't have a lot, to go to waste. So just keep an eye on it as you go. It actually melts pretty quick. You don't have to keep an eye this close on it, but for camera's sake. Now that our sap is on the fire, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the handhold of this portion. So I'm going to take my stick, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the top of it and I'm going to baton it like X fashion, okay? The same as if you were making a frog gig, if you've ever seen one of them. That is going to give us a place to put this pine cone. Now, before I remove my knife from this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a smaller little branch and I'm going to just insert this here like this, and my knife then works really nice as a wedge to keep that open. So you can see that's opening this up. And then I'm going to take my second stick and I'm going to insert it in the other direction, just working these downward. Now what you're going to notice is I didn't lash this down on the bottom. So is this going to split out? Yes. So you could lash this if you would want, but in my case, my opinion is that this is going to be all burnt up in a mess anyway, so who cares too much about it? Just make it quick, down and dirty. So now we have something that looks like this, and it can nice and easily accept my pine cone just like that. Now if it seems too loose up there, I could just work these sticks upward, and what that's going to do is it's going to force this closed again. So at this point now, my torch is almost ready to go. All right, so you're gonna see this is just gonna pour out of here. Just get this all on there. All right, so you can see here I poured the sap over this, so it is now coating the pine cone. Okay, so we're gonna give this some time just to set back up, okay, and then we'll light it up and see how it burns. All right, so I gave it ample time now, and the sap has stiffened back up. Now it's not going to be hard, it's going to be soft still. Think of like a pencil eraser. It's almost like what you pulled off the tree. A little bit crispier though, because you've been cooking it. So to light this thing up, literally just put some flame to it. It's going to catch real nice and it's going to start burning really well. And then you, my friends, have yourself a torch. Now, depending on the size of this, you can also put like a catch down in here. You can use maybe birch bark or some type of bark in here, so if you get any drippers. Otherwise, you just got to lean this thing out. But you see, I have a little curve to mine, so I can hold it out this way, and all the drips will go down that way. So really nice project here, fun project, definitely a cool one for at night. Just don't have the kids running through the woods with this so they don't catch the whole forest on fire, but definitely a viable option for all of you out there when it comes to night travel. If your headlamp is down, it's not going to be the best option, but it's a fun bushcraft one. Alright guys, and that's today's video. That is our bushcraft torch. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, hit like and subscribe down below. You can also check us out at coalcrackerbushcraft.com for all our classes, our gear, and our blog. And until the next video, stay lit and stay in the woods.